Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about a couple things that I picked up. The Ilia blushes, the soft focus blurring blush. I have the shade Glimpse, Wonder, and Pulse. Pulse is kind of a nice bright coral. And then I also have the, where is it now? Well, I have this guy for sure, the Huda Lip Contour Stain. I have the shade Toasty Brown. And then what else did I try today? Oh, the oh my gosh, can't even think straight here. The Saie Slip Tint powder. So if you wanted to see how I got this look and my thoughts on these products, then just keep watching. Hello. All right, so the first thing I have to show you is the Saie Slip Tint Undetectable Baked Setting Powder. I'm just going to read a little bit about it. There are 5 shades, which isn't great. Like, I'm already using the second shade and I'm quite light. So there is shade 1, which is very light to light. Shade 2, which is light to medium. I would definitely not call myself a medium. I would say like I'm a light at the most. The third shade is medium to tan. Fourth shade is tan to deep. And fifth shade is deep to rich, which doesn't look very dark, but I think they could have used 6 shades, but that's just me. So let's just read a little bit about it. What it is: a talc-free, lightweight, translucent powder that sets makeup undetectably for 8 hours while also smoothing, brightening, and blurring your complexion. It says the finish is natural. I would disagree on that a little bit and say it's a little bit more luminous. And it says the formulation is powder, which we know. Highlighted ingredients: hyaluronic acid and squalane, help lock in moisture to hydrate, jojoba esters, a lipid-rich desert plant that creates a flexible film on skin to extend wear, hectorite and silica, minerals that provide a soft focus blurring effect and help absorb sebum. I did not know that, because I have a lot of sebum to absorb. Oil, if you don't know what I'm talking about. Your effortless setting and retouching steps for a skin-light, natural, radiant finish. See, skin-like, natural, radiant finish. This non-comedogenic, creamy powder is supercharged with hydrating, clean ingredients that absorb excess oil and shine without looking cakey, settling into pores and fine lines, or emphasizing texture. It is also safe for all skin types and ages, non-irritating, safe for blemish-prone skin. Why am I drooling? I don't know. Non-drying and blurs without silicone. Clinical results: consumer study of 33 people ages 18 to 60 wearing Slip Tint baked setting powder. Immediately after application, 93% agreed it feels hydrating, is non-drying, and provides a smooth and even texture. After 8 hours, 100% agreed this powder feels breathable. And after 8 hours, 96% agreed this powder feels hydrating and provides a smooth and even texture. So yeah, I don't find that it oxidized, but let's give her a go. Yeah, I didn't find that it oxidized throughout the day. I actually just saw a comment asking if it oxidized. So again, this is the shade I got. It looks, I have my ring light on because it's very weird and smoky outside. We have some forest fires going on close to us. So anyway, this is the shade number 2. It looks a little yellowy, but it actually is quite light. So I'm just gonna go in with a puff, do my usual, and then just take a little bit off onto my hand. And I do find that it does have a sheen. So I did want to go in with a foundation that isn't super luminous. I wanted to do the Merit because I don't think I've used it, the Uniform. I just wanted to do something a little bit lighter today, but I ended up going in with this guy, the Maybelline Superstay Lumi Matte. So it is a tiny bit luminous, but it is more so on the matte side. So we'll just go in on this side too. I don't know that I'm seeing like blurring. Like, I think it looks nice, but I feel like the little bit of radiance that it has is almost emphasizing my texture a little bit more. Like, I'm not really getting, and probably because I use like ultra blurring powders. I use the NARS and it's got a sheen. So I don't think that this powder is made for somebody like me. It does say it does absorb oil. And if you are the kind of person who just does want like a nice glow and you don't like something too matte, you would probably really like this. If you are dry, I would say this would be a nice powder for you, even if you're maybe leaning a little bit combo, because it does say it helps absorb oil, but for me, this is a little too shiny for my liking. I might actually exchange for my girl. Like, listen, if we're talking blurring and smoothing, this powder's incredible. Like, this is my number one. Number two would be MAC, but this is the top spot. I have the shade Cove, and yeah, I probably will be exchanging. I do think this is very pretty on somebody like Tanya B. Wells. Tried this out and it looked very beautiful on her. It isn't heavy, which is nice, so I do have to call out the good things about it. It is not heavy. It doesn't feel cakey at all. It doesn't look cakey. It doesn't settle like it says. Although my nose is looking like I have a little bit of powder like stuck in the corner of my nose. But do you see, I'm too shiny for my liking. Again, if you want a little bit of a glow, I think you'd like it. These are a little bit similar to the Hourglass powders, which are not my first choice for powder, but it is very lightweight again, but it's just not for me personally. Like, I do think that I can see that my pores are a little bit more emphasized, like right here. I don't know if you can see, hopefully you can, and on my forehead. And I don't get that with this. So let me just go in the spots that I like a little bit more mattifying. Still giving me a little bit of a sheen here, but that's okay. For concealer, I use this guy here, the Double Wear Stay in Place concealer, and then I just used my regular Pat McGrath Labs under eye setting powder in the baby pink shade. So now we are gonna go, I'm gonna just add my bronzer off camera and probably do my eyebrows, and then we'll come back in for blush. Okay, bronzer's on. I was too lazy to do my brows yet, so let's just go ahead with the blush. So this is the Ilia Soft Focus Blurring Blush. I have 3 shades. I have Wonder, Glimpse, and I also have the shade Pulse, so I'll show you all of those, but I'm just gonna pull it up and see what they have to say about it. Ilia. Here we go. Ilia Soft Focus Blurring Blush. Talc-free powder blush. Long wearing, natural finish. Clean at Sephora, pressed powder formula. Talc-free, non-comedogenic blush that visibly blurs pores and smooths texture. For buildable featherweight color that lasts up to 12 hours. I think it's weird when people say blurring, like it could be blurring because it has like silica or whatever, but did it say silica? Did I just read that? Am I making that up? Let's see. It has mica. Yes, silica, yes. Okay. I just think it's strange when they say that it's blurring if it has a touch of radiance to it. So for me, it does have a touch of radiance to it. I'm okay with that when it comes to blush. It's just powder products. Don't give me shine. Don't do it. Don't do it. So here's the shade Wonder. Wonder is one of my favorite shades. I like the packaging. I think it's just cute, and I mean, it kind of gives me a little Tarte vibes, but whatever. Nice and cute. Has the shade color on the back. So this is what she looks like. They call this a deep terracotta, I believe. Let's see what they say about the shade specifically. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 shades. We have Glimpse. Is this Glimpse? Yeah, which is a rose mauve. I'm sorry if you could see my window. We have Flutter, which is a warm peach. I did kind of want this one too. Sorry. And then this one I thought looked nice too. Breathless, which is a neutral pink. Ugh, this ring light is ruining everything. Pulse, I'll show you that one. I got that one, which is described as a bright coral. This is described as a deep terracotta. I wouldn't say it's a deep terracotta. It looks a little more berry in my opinion. Closer, which is a baby pink, which I don't need. I have a ton of those shades. Rich Berry, which is very nice. And Sensation is a berry rose, which I think looked so pretty. So I will swatch these for you. I'm not gonna wear all of them. I might try 2 on. I used Wonder a few times already, and this is what she looks like. Actually, it kind of, I mean, with this warmer light, to me it looks berry like in person, but with this warmer light on my hand, it looks a little more, I guess, terracotta-y. But this is how she swatches. Very nicely pigmented. But it does, like I said, have a sheen. So anything that has a sheen, in my opinion, is not going to blur pores. It's going to make texture a little bit more visible. Then we have Glimpse. They are a little bit more sheeny than I expected them to be. So Glimpse, again, is that like rosy mauve, which I'm going to use today. I haven't tried this one yet. I've only used Wonder so far. So there we are. Very pretty. And then we have Pulse, which is a very kind of bright, I thought was perfect for summer. Did I need that? No. Do I have a lot of shades like this? Yes. So there we go. I wanted to do a little bit, you know, a little bit different shades from each other. So this top one, Wonder, reminds me a little bit of Chow from Saie, and I will swatch them. Whoa, why isn't this swatching good? Okay, well, I have to say right off the bat that Ilia's swatched much better. Okay, I mean, this one looks definitely a little more terracotta. This one has a little more berry tone to it. And I'll also show you Gucci Warm Berry in comparison to Wonder. So do I have any free hands to swatch here? Free fingers? So that, okay, much darker actually. I thought they would be similar, but this is Warm Berry and this is Wonder. And then this is Chow. So I would say Chow is definitely closer. And then, just need to wipe my hand off here. And then if we're comparing Glimpse, the only one I could find that was like decently similar to Glimpse was Exposed from Tarte. But this one looks a little more pinky. And this one looks a little more like nudie, neutral. But let's compare the swatches here. Not too far off. This one actually looks a little bit warmer. So that's Tarte, Exposed, and then Pulse. I was trying to find something that was similar to Pulse, and the closest ones I could find was Soft Red from Gucci. Which is actually closer than I thought. Soft Red, Pulse. Pulse I would say is a little bit more, this is a little more orangey. This has a little more red in it. And then I also thought maybe this one would be similar, Dior Poppy Coral, which I don't think exists anymore. I think that was like a limited shade, but if you didn't get it, I would say you have something comparable. Very close. Poppy Coral, and this is Pulse. So I think we're gonna go in with Glimpse today. I will use these in other videos, but yeah, let's go in with Glimpse. Again, I haven't tried this one yet, so I don't know. Ow, I just broke my nail. Ow. That was painful. Okay, so here we are, Glimpse, and I don't know how pigmented this is gonna, oh, more pigmented than expected, but you can see there is most definitely a sheen. And I think the only time you really get a good blurring is if you're using a more matte blush, something like the new ones from Tower 28. Like, these are very matte, but they are very blurring. Or like the NARS blushes are very blurring as well. But like, I can see a lot of texture here. And usually I get a lot better coverage with my matte powder, so my NARS powder, and a more matte blush. Like I said, I don't mind a little bit of radiance in my blush. It's just my powder I don't love. So the two together is not a great combination for my oily skin. This color is not as exciting as I thought it would be. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, but I'm not loving this like iridescent sheen that's coming off on this shade. It's almost like a hot pink. I don't know. I can't explain it. There is a weird sheen that I'm not liking. But Wonder, I love. Okay. It's pretty. But I think I prefer like a Gucci Rosy Beige, because Gucci is more like a demi matte. There is a touch of a sheen to it, but I feel is more blurring than this. And I'm just not loving this color that's showing up right here. I don't know if you could see. I don't know. I'm unsure about this shade, which I thought would 100% be my favorite shade. So we will continue. I'm gonna go do the brows. Actually, let's do the eyes while you're here. Let's just do a little taupe from Makeup by Mario. We'll go all over the lid. I did hear some people say that they kind of all look the same on them. I did see a difference between the ones that I had, but again, taupe and chestnut are very, very close, so I wouldn't recommend getting those two. But I do really like both of them. I do find this one pulls a little more mustardy, and then chestnut pulls a little bit more like brownie red, which I think would be the same as sienna. So I do like that just on its own. I've only tried chestnut all over the lid and sandstone, but I do really like this taupe shade. And I don't even think I mentioned how much product is in here, and I don't know if this is a good amount or not, but what do we have here? Does it not even say? Oh, 2 milliliters. Is that a lot? I feel like that's not a lot. I don't know. I'll have to look at my Merit like cream shadows and see what it says. I mean, milliliters, I think that's... what did it say? Something, how many fluid ounces? 0.05 fluid ounces. Okay, let's check her out. Zero 0.17. I don't know, 5 milliliters. And this is 2, so it has quite a bit more product in the Merit. I mean, they are different, but yeah. Okay, so that's all we're gonna do for the eyes, like very super simple. I'm probably gonna go in with a brown liner and some mascara, and I don't even know if I'm gonna go in with any eyeshadow, to be honest. I was gonna blend it out with some shadow. I don't even know if I will. I'll probably put a little bit of lighter shadow just in the inner corners. And then I'll also go do my brows and we'll come back. I have the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Stain. I have the shade Warm, which is not normally my style. If you know me, I like a cool tone lip. Toasty Brown. And you are supposed to keep this like tip down so that it flows through. So yeah, okay, so I'm gonna go get that done and I will come back and I'm gonna nose contour and we'll do the lips when I get. So brows are on, mascara's on. I think what I'm gonna do is try Pulse because I have like a little bit of a warmer look going on. I'm gonna go in with a different brush here and we'll just, oh, she pigmented. Just warm it up. I just tap it off on my hand because I felt like I had a little too much there. Yeah, I think I prefer Pulse, which is so weird. Glimpse is the only one I wanted from the beginning. But I don't like that little like iridescent of like hot pink. This one kind of reminds me also of, I don't know where it is, but a little bit of the Rare Beauty blush. I can't find it, but I do like this shade. And I think this just goes better with the whole look that I have going. Just like a little bit warmer eye. Okay. I like Pulse and I like Wonder. Glimpse, like I like it. I just don't like that little sheen that it had, that undertone in the sheen. So now we're gonna go in with the Huda Beauty Lip Contour Stain. I feel like there's like mixed reviews on this. Some people love it. Some people think that it runs out right away, which again, you have to store it tip down. And I heard that like you should even apply it tip down. Like I was watching the Lipstick Lesbians. And she was saying to apply it like that. And I would say blend it out immediately. If you want that more like blended look. Okay, so that's pretty. I did want that cooler toned one a little bit more, because that's just what I prefer on my lips. But I do think that's nice. I did have a little bit of the Victoria Beckham contour stylus on, so it might be a little mixed in there, but that is, what is the shade called again? Toasty Brown. And I think it's pretty. Okay, so let's go in with, I might go in with this Laura Mercier Chantilly lace, and then maybe a hint of MAC Creme de Nude. Yeah, that's cute. Okay. I hate this thing. I'm really kicking myself for not getting the outside carton, because look, you can't, it just gets stuck. It decides when it wants to go up and down, because I was too cheap and I just bought like I didn't buy the actual component that it goes in. I bought the refill. Okay, so that is Chantilly lace with the Toasty Brown. And then I'm gonna add just a teeny touch of Creme de Nude from MAC. And should I add a little bit more? No, I think that's good for lip liner. So just a little bit warmer than I normally go for, like I said, but I do feel like it kind of goes with the whole vibe and the look. But I do really like that Pulse shade. I do think that's very pretty. Again, like, that powder is nice, and you can see it does give you a nice glow, a nice sheen, and some people probably love that type of look. Just on me personally, I start feeling like I look a little bit greasy. Oh, and to start, I actually used these two, the Bounce Back, oh, where's the front? Bounce Back from Bubble, the Balancing Toner, and then, and it's cute, they have really cute packaging. I just got this from Walmart. I saw Shelby Ann using this, thought I'd give it a go. And then the Level Up Balancing Gel Moisturizer, which is also very cute packaging. I just open it like this and then just pump it up. And I really like both of these so far. I've only used them a few times, but really enjoying. Yeah, so like I said, I don't mind this glow right now, but I know throughout the day it's gonna get worse. I don't know, do I want to return it? I don't know. I kind of think like it looks nice right now, but just knowing me throughout the day, I do, especially my nose and like my chin and right here, I like having it a little bit more matte. So maybe I could just use it like on the outside perimeter, and then on the inside just use my NARS. I don't know. What do you think? Tell me, do you prefer this look on me, or do you prefer a more matte look? I think I'm just super used to the matte look, that this is a little bit like I'm shiny. But yeah, I did use the ABH bronzer again because it is a little bit more matte, so I feel like that helped kind of calm things down a little bit. But yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Do we like this powder? If you have it, how do you like it? If you are oily, tell me, do you like it, or do you feel like it's a little too shiny? Like, my texture is not looking great. Even though they both say that they're blurring, my texture is not looking great, but it's not the worst. So tell me, what are your thoughts? Yeah, the only blush I'm kind of meh about would be Glimpse, which is, again, a shock because I normally love those like nudie shades, but I just feel like, I don't know, I'm just more into either like a kind of like poppy kind of coral type blush, or like a bronzy blush, which I feel like Wonder is a little bit more like bronzy. So, and I really like the stain so far. No issues with the stain. I tried it yesterday and I really liked it. Again, I'm used to using a little bit more cooler tones like Stone or Greige from MAC, but it is a nice change and I do think it looks really cute. Yeah, so I think that's everything. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you want to see next. I do have the Rhode glazing mist and the new like lip color. And what else came in there? Oh, a new, it's called Pinky Tan blush. So I'm gonna probably try that next week if I get it. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed and I will see you soon. Bye, love ya.